Welcome to the Richard Sherman podcast. Make sure you like and subscribe to the Volumes YouTube channel to get more content. We coming at you 2 times a week. Subscribe now. Welcome back to the Richard Sherman podcast. I got one of my favorite guys ever on here, Bobby Wagner, an all-decade guy, a guy who will likely get a jacket that he doesn't have to buy. So tell me, what advice would you give yourself if you had to, go back and talk to the high school Bobby Wagner and tell him it's gonna be all right?
I would say don't put too much stock in the. I would say don't put too much stock in the stars. I wouldn't even say put too much stock in the school that you go to, because I think as long as you play well, and even as I learned, as long as you play well and play well against the big schools, it doesn't matter if you go to a small school. So I think there were so many things that we was focused on, like I think it was like a B2G camp, Nike camp, all these different camps that you had to go to get these stars and things of that nature. And to be honest, I think a lot of the people that have excelled in the league have similar stories. They don't have any stars, and they put too much stock in it.
The stars don't matter because obviously you have become a star. Some would call you, most would call you, all would call you a superstar. Like that's the crazy part about the whole deal. I mean, you went from no stars to superstar, and would you have changed anything?
No, I don't think I would change anything. I feel like I wouldn't have been where I've been. I wouldn't have accomplished what I accomplished. I would have met the people that I met. I would say you and Bruce are the 2 people for sure that I knew that I was going to cross paths with at some point. Because had I not gone to Utah State, there was a chance that I would have went to Mount Sat with Bruce.
Oh, wow.
And then had I gone to class one day when Stanford came to class, there's a chance that I could have probably pushed a little harder to get to Stanford. But
don't make Stanford feel like they had a chance, because they're gonna be sitting there jumping down my throat later on. All
the teams had a chance. Just Stanford came in and was like, yeah, we want you. Just change every single class that you have right now and turn it into an AP class.
What is that too much to ask?
I was like, how could I do that? That's not even possible.
It's possible. It's possible. Like, you can do it. Let's go back in time real quick. I got to do something real quick. I go to your counselor, myself.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. You know what I mean? Don't worry. I handle the logistics. You don't worry about that time machine and all that. So It was your bye week this week. Did you get better? What did you do? You gave up Roxy. So now people don't know what that means, but I may never forget you.
I mean, I actually saw Roxy. So, you know what I'm saying? She's doing good. She's happy, chilling. I just came back to Seattle, chilled. I didn't do too much. I like to lay low during the break, but obviously I'm watching football like everybody else. So I'm watching these games and I'm looking at the teams, and there's a lot of teams right now that are sitting there like 3-3, and it's the good ones I think are going to start to separate themselves, and the ones that are already good is going to either prove that they're for real or show that they're not.
Well, tell me some of the thoughts on some of those games, because like I've been telling people all year, it's parity in the NFL right now. It's crazy. Everybody went to the game last night thinking Chicago ain't got a chance. Like, what are we talking about? Like Justin Fields, the old line is bad, and the Patriots are rolling. It's Bill Belichick. Mac Jones is back. It should be easy. And they get blown out by 20.
Yeah.
Like, tell me what you're thinking about the NFL right now, because, you got the Giants, new head coach, 6-1. You got Kevin O'Connell, the Minnesota Vikings, who nobody gave a chance, 5-1. You even got the Jets, 5-2. And then the NFC West, which was going to be one of the best divisions in football. You got the 49ers sitting at 3-4. Y'all 3-3. The Seahawks 4-3. Like, it's different.
Yeah, I think it's good for the league right now, because it doesn't matter. You have to watch the game, because you don't know. Like, no matter what the record is, no matter what the situation is, like, you literally have no idea what's going to happen on Sunday. And, I think the biggest thing that stands out to me right now is the protection of the quarterback. Like, all the roughing the passer penalties are crazy, because like you even said, you saw all the light tackles that happened last week, but then I saw Justin Fields get obliterated.
My goodness.
Like multiple shots to the head, and they just looked on and it was nothing. So I think as we move forward and games get closer and, those plays start to affect games, it's gonna be interesting to see how they call it.
What's your fix? What do you do to make it better?
I think I would everybody. I think somebody, maybe you said it. I can't remember, but somebody said be able to review it and challenge it. And so I think that's to be honest, I think that's the best thing is to be able to challenge that and review it, make that a reviewable play. So just if something like that happens, because like I think the one in KC, like what he supposed to do? He literally got the ball, strip sack, has the ball, like has his hand on the ground, but still, lands on the quarterback, and they feel some type of way, called a flag. Like I think that should be challenged. That should be able to be challenged, but.
But it's going to get spooky when they do that too, because every time somebody's hand grazes the quarterback's helmet, they're going to be like, challenge. Like, it gets nasty.
It'll get worse before it get better, because if you challenge everything, you can just see, like, it's almost like quarterbacks are taught now. Like, as soon as they get touched, they get up and they signal to the ref, like, yo, he hit my head. And, again, the refs got to ruled by law, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, if it's a hit to the head, you got to call it. So even if he slapped his head accidentally, they'll call it. So, I mean, that's the best step, or just stop protecting them like you protect them, like, or protect everybody else the same. Like, then we're going to play two in touch.
Right. It's different because you look back and you see, a quarterback throwing a block for a running back or something, and they over there decleating people, throwing a crackback block, and everybody's like, look at that great hit. And then you see them get crackback, and people are like, protect him. It's like, right. You can't have it both ways. But but you see Geno, like, was people sleeping on Geno? Like, what?
I think people didn't realize, Geno's like a quiet assassin, man. Like,
right.
he was coming to work every single day and just getting better. Like, asking questions, throwing a rock, practicing his craft. And then, Russ got hurt last year. He comes in and he excels. And this whole offseason, I think he did the exact same thing. Worked hard, while everybody was like, yo, like, they need to bring in a quarterback and all these different things. Nobody had faith in him. Geno just quietly worked. And I think that work that he put in the offseason is showing on the field. Because I don't think anybody expected him to play well. Like, even if they expected him to play good, right, I don't think they expected him to play this well.
No
and, I think it's ignited that team, ignited the people in that locker room, and they're doing good, man.
Yeah, they're doing real good. I mean, they're young. They're young as ever. They got two rookie tackles, rookie corners out there playing. They're young everywhere, but they rookie running back. They doing their thing though. I think that's crazy. I could have never imagined Geno playing as well. I mean, he on a Pro Bowl trajectory right now. He should make the Pro Bowl this year if they don't.
Be a question.
It shouldn't be a question, but they're gonna put the gold standards in it just because. Good season or bad season.
Politics.
I mean, you know how it is. They're not gonna play, so hopefully he's an alternate and he get in anyway. That'd be okay with me. Well, you got the Seahawks twice still on the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
That's you can say what you want. They're gonna be a little emotional for you. They're gonna be a little different.
Yeah, definitely be some energy. I think the one down here won't be as much. I think it'll just be more so me just playing them. But I think the one when we play in Seattle will actually probably be the game that's a little bit emotional, because you go into that stadium and this time you're not in the home locker room, you're in the visiting locker room,
right?
And then you come out and the boos or cheers or whatever, you don't know how you're gonna be received, and so I think that's gonna be the emotional game. And given how things are right now, like who knows what that game potentially means for the season.
This division is crazy. It's gonna mean something. It's gonna for sure mean something.
Like everybody's like saying our records, but at the end of the day, this is still a really dominant division. You look at it, Arizona looks like they starting to wake up. Like 49ers are always good, Rams are always good, Seahawks are surprising a lot of people. So, we'll see what by the end of the season.
So it's been 7 months. So I can ask you about it now. I can say something about it. I can say something. Pete said he regretted how everything went down. How you feel about the Seahawks right now? It's going to be different when you're done playing and everything is cooled down. things might have cooled already for you. Things might not have. But he said he regretted what he did and how it went down and all that. But you doing good. You playing well. How you feeling about everything?
I feel fine, to be honest. Like I never had any like feelings per se towards people. I just think that the business, I'm really focused on business and handling business and going about business the right way. And that was not handled the right way, in my opinion. And I voiced my opinion. So a lot of people just assumed that the voice of my opinion about the business being handled the wrong way was just something that's going to last forever. Now, as a competitor, you feel like you had nothing left, and they want to move on. From a business side, I understand it. I have no hard feelings. But as a competitor, yeah, when I play them and when I play period, I want to prove myself right and them wrong. So I don't have no feelings towards them per se. But I think the people that I have feelings towards, they know. But I wouldn't say Pete's one of them. I wouldn't say John's one of them. I wouldn't say Jody's one of them. I wouldn't say 98% of the people in that building know that it's all love. But
the fans know. And the fans know.
The fans know. The fans know where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? They still see me in Seattle. But there's a couple people in that organization, that business, that they know what's up. And, they know where my energy at.
Right. And they're gonna have to feel that energy 2 more times. Speaking of that, when you come in, how you think you're gonna be received? Because I think it's the last game of the season, and you come to Seattle, and when the Broncos came, the reception wasn't. It was different than what people expected. I don't expect the same for you. I think the circumstances are different. I think everybody, their understanding is different. But what you think?
I don't know. I do feel like the energy was different. I never dreamed of leaving Seattle. We talked about it. We talked about it all the time about how dope it would be to play, forever for one organization. So I think for me, the business side caught up to me. They were ready to move on, go younger. And so that's what it was. So, how I'm received, who knows? Hopefully good. But I understand if it's not.
Right. I doubt it's going to be anything different. They'll still have your jerseys on. I might have your jersey on. I don't know. I got it.
It's about time.
It's on the wall. You want me to take it off the wall? Okay, all right.
No. I'll send you another one.
Okay, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? I don't got the 4.5. I got the 5.4. So it's almost like I'm an old friend. You know what I mean? Not a new friend.
No, I can send that one too. Easy.
Okay, all right. Appreciate that. So you got the Broncos on Christmas. Does that one have any more meaning to you, or is it just another game? They kind of struggling right now. They 2-5, I think. Got to go to London and find a way to win. But obviously another ex-teammate.
I don't think that game has any weight outside of playing on Christmas. I've never played on Christmas before.
Right.
And to play on Christmas, I think that'd be a great gift to myself to get a win, to everybody to get a win. But obviously, playing Russ. All them years we practiced against them and couldn't touch them and, had to let them run by. That's not going to be the case this go around.
Right. There's no red jersey on him this time.
No red jersey. So, I'm going to definitely have some fun at game. But I'm not going to treat it like any other game or any bigger game. It's just the game on Christmas against a former teammate. I'm not going to put too much weight into it, but it'll be a fun game.
It's going to be a fun game. I'm going to watch that one. I'm going to watch that one. I'm going to be sitting there eating turkey or, with...
Hope you're not eating turkey. Why?
I'm eating it with the cranberry sauce, but I'm probably going to eat the ham first. I'm going to eat a little bit of the greens. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's for
I'm not a traditional Thanksgiving food type of guy. I think that's not news to you. I've been at your house multiple times. I've never ate.
Let me act like it's new.
I'm just saying that's not new. I just, the whole turkey and all that other stuff it is what it is.
So you just gonna miss the meal and just be like, oh, okay, it's whatever.
No, well, fortunately, I go to a friend's house and he has turkey, steak, lobster. You know what I'm saying? All type of stuff.
Friend is that? I need to go to their house.
I mean, if you look at the name above your head and you say that out loud, I think that'd be the guy.
I don't, you know what I mean? I don't translate well. So we gonna just keep
I
moving.
see you with the San Francisco hat on too. You was trying to hide that. I
Well,
see
how am I trying to hide it?
because you got the Nike, the NFL on the front, and then
Well, because my head look big when I wear hats to the front.
Oh yeah.
I look smooth with it from the back.
Yeah, better.
Okay, you good? Everything all right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
With friends like you, who needs enemies?
I mean, I could definitely be enemy.
No, thank you. No, thank you. How about that? No, thank you.
Just saying.
Speaking of friends, you know what I mean? You've had a lot of great teammates. You got a lot of great teammates right now. Some really amazing guys. Who are some of your favorite teammates? You know, I'm not going to say put a list together and rank them, but just put a list together. I'll rank them.
I'm not gonna rank no teammates.
I'm gonna rank them.
I'm not gonna rank no teammates. If you're gonna rank them, I'll just say all of them. So then, how do you rank them?
Wow.
No, I mean, I would say obviously the group that we played with, because we played with each other for so long. Like, when we got into the league, they was like, "Oh yeah, you guys are gonna stay together for like 2 or 3 years, and they're gonna split you up." And then when we were all getting around year 4, they was like, "There's no way that they figure out how to pay all you guys." And they figured out how to pay all of us. And so we spent, I believe, 7 years together. So, myself, you, KJ, Cam, Earl, Mike Bennett, Cliff Averill, Russ,
Doug, Hurst, Sean.
Marshawn. I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting somebody. But that group was just special. Even you would add Pete too. Like Pete, I think what made our group so special was from the players to the coaches. Everybody had a chip on their shoulder. Everybody had something to prove. Even Coach Carroll, like everybody was doubting whether or not he can be successful in the league because of his last stance. And so we all had like a common goal and common chip on the shoulders and wanted to prove everybody right. So that's what made practices fun, because every day you was getting somebody that had something to prove, and they would challenge you accordingly. And, if you wasn't up for that challenge, you did not make that team. And so there was people that was drafted that didn't make our team, and there was people that was undrafted that made our team. And so, I think that group, I don't know if that group will ever be touched. And our 30 for 30 is going to be amazing. And then my book's going to be crazy, because then I'm going to tell everything.
No. Like censor my part. Like just,
you
know what I mean?
You're going to have a whole chapter.
No. I just, a few paragraphs, that'll suffice.
I'm going to put your chapter right next to Russell's chapter.
Whoa. Hey, okay. I mean, whatever.
That'd be great.
Well, you got Sean McVay and you got Pete. One's an offensive-minded coach, one's a defensive-minded coach, one's a young coach, one's a older coach. So what's the differences? You know what I mean? Or are they just too similar and just 40 years apart or so?
Yeah, I don't know what the age difference is. I think
it's close to 40 years.
Hopefully this is my last stop. So if that is the case, then I would definitely say I had a blessed career when it came to coaches, because, I had 2 very high quality, high class coaches. And I think the thing that I like about both of them the most is they love the game. Obviously, one's a defensive minded coach and one's an offensive minded coach, but you learn so much from them as a man, and then they challenge you to do other things outside of football. And that's something I respected Coach Carroll a lot, and that's something I respect Coach McVay a lot, is, they take the time to get to know you deeper than just the player. They understand who you are as a person. And I think that's what makes them able to get the best out of anybody that plays for them, is because they know you on a personal level, and they try to push you to be the best version of yourself. And it's literally the best version of yourself. Like, they don't want you to change who you are. They just want to be the best you could possibly be. And if you do that, then that's a success. And so I've been fortunate, to be able to play for these 2 coaches. It's been fun. And we'll see if we can get to that big game like you did.
Right. Yeah, you done been a couple times. What Let's talk about your favorite pair of Jordans, because me as not a Jordan guy, because I got to go buy mine from the store, and you being a lifetime Jordan guy, you got to get access to some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I would say my favorite are the 11s. Any 11s are my favorite. Okay. I think my second favorite are the 1s, and then my third favorite are the 12s. If I had to put a 4 in there, I would say the 3s and then the 4s. But then I like 13s too. So that's 6. But I kind of get them in order in which I like them today. That could change.
Okay. Well, Jordan's probably watching, and they'll probably make you 11s. You know what I mean? Then they'll make you the ones, the high top ones. Well, you already had, and then they'll make you the.
I mean, we still got some fire on the way. You know what I mean? So we definitely got some heat coming before the season ends. Maybe I bring them out in Seattle. You know.
Yeah. Well, I'll be there. Just call my name, and I'll be there. See, I could have been a singer. They just didn't give me the voice.
You know
they just gave me the rest of it.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? It's like, well, I appreciate you joining me, brother, as always. If there's any time you need me, if you want to come co-host anytime, Sunday nights will be fun too. We'll break down some of these games and it really show your knowledge of the game.
Say less. It's easy.
Well, give me one of those sweaters. You know what I mean? Those hoodies. You know what I mean? Extra large. You know, I wouldn't mind.
It's yours.
Yeah, it's mine. I ain't got no shoes to go with it.
You have shoes to go. I see your closet. You have shoes to go with it.
Jokes.
Nike, everybody who is listening and watching, because it hasn't stopped recording. Out of the 11 years that I've played in the league, Sherman's the only person that I know that has his own shoe.
No, that is not true.
And you had not a cleat, a shoe. You had your own shoe with your own logo on the shoe. And then you had Kobe's. Not like painted Kobe's. You had Kobe cleats. Like, fire.
That's different.
Fire.
That's not. Okay. I see what you're doing here, Bob. I see what you're doing here.
It's impressive.
I wish I could have a little Jordan too. But, I called Jordan. It was like, hey, y'all want to do something? They was like, we going with Bobby. I said, I'll say less. You know what I mean? Actually, they went with Earl, and then they went with Bobby, so they ignored me twice, but that's a story. But
they
made the right decision.
You can't hate on them. You know what I mean? You can't hate on them.
I appreciate you, brother. We're going to check in with you again this season. Get y'all win this week, and good luck.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Appreciate you.